What's up, Ashley? How are you doing? Yes, good morning. Hey, James. How's everybody doing today? Good morning. It's Monday. The weekend has passed. Hey, Aaron. How are you? Good to see everybody jumping in on the show. We'll give everybody a few minutes to get logged in before we start today. Talking about influences this week. Hey, Barbara. Ooh, yeah. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Jane. What's up, Danny? Hey, Geneva. How are you? Hey, Chris. What's happening? Hey, Karen. Hey, Laura. Good to see you guys jumping in. Good morning. Hey, Cherie. How are you? Just a couple more seconds here and we'll get it kicking off. We'll get it kicked off. You guys like my little picture? It's a photograph I took of the outside of our building. I thought it was cool. Just a close-up of that wonderful sheet metal screw. I don't know. I kind of liked it. Okay. Japan is here, so we're official. Well. Yeah. Here we go. Hey, Margaret, how are you? She said hi to everybody. Margaret says hi to everybody. How you guys doing today? Good to see you on the show. It is Monday, and we are here in the studios hanging out, getting the week kicked off. And I bet you guys are doing the same thing. Maybe not hanging out in the studio, but you're getting the week kicked off. And we are a new week, a new day, a new message. Hey, Sandra. Hey, Larry. Dodie. Good to see you guys coming in, and welcome to the show. Welcome to the living room here. Good to have you in. And we're talking this week about influences. It's a message we shared yesterday at the church. We're going to talk about it all week long. And I actually have a little, let me see, I have a little graphic here. Here's the question: who or what is influencing you? Who or what? Who or what is influencing you? What is doing the influencing in your life? And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a few minutes as we get the show going. Good to see everybody on Periscope and YouTube and Facebook, all you guys hanging out with us. Welcome, and we're glad you're here. I can't believe how old this song is already. We've been doing it for a lot of years, but I've never gotten tired of it. There's some songs that just seem to last forever. Like you never really get tired. Hey, Brittany. Hello, mother-in-law. How are you? Hey, Josh. How's the hand? The countertop looks good. So, hey. So I want to worship a little bit today. My favorite thing to do in life really is just to worship the Lord. Sing praises. Holy, holy is He. Sing a new song, to Him sits on heaven's mercy seat. Worthy is the Lamb who was slain. Holy, holy is He. Sing a new song to Him who sits on heaven's mercy seat. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty, who was and is to come. With all creation I sing praise to the King of Kings. You are my everything, and I will adore you. Clothed in rainbows, living color, flashes of lightning, rolls of thunder. Blessing and honor, strength and glory and power be to you, the only wise King. Hey, holy, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty, who was and is to come. With all creation I sing praise to the King of Kings. You are my everything, and I will adore you. Oh, Lord, I will adore you. Filled with wonder, awestruck wonder at the mention of your name. Jesus, your name is power, breath and living water, such a marvelous mystery. Yeah. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty, who was and is to come. With all creation I sing praise to the King of Kings. You are my everything, Lord, and I will exalt you, Lord. I will adore you. Yeah. Blessing and honor and glory and power forever, forever. Blessing and honor and glory and power forever. Blessing and honor and the angels in heaven sing holy. All the angels in heaven sing worthy. And all the saints bow down and cry holy. All the people of God sing worthy. Worthy is the Lamb. Worthy is the Lamb. Okay, I could just sing that all day long. I'm not going to. Maybe you thought I was going to. Thanks for the hearts over there, Denise or whoever it is. On Periscope, how you guys doing? I see a bunch of people jumped in. Catherine's been a long time, it seems. Thanks, Cherie. What a great day great way to start the work day, if I could even talk. And Larry says, God heal our land. Boy, isn't that the truth? You know, hey, Rose, you know, the reality is that we're not dealing with racism. We're dealing with sin. We're not dealing with racism. Racism, I love the way we play that card and that word. It's sin. Hatred is a sin for any reason. I don't care if it's color. I don't care if it's culture. Hatred is a sin. To hate, to want to kill, to destroy. But that's what sin is. You know, I'm confused, really. I'm pretty sure, I know, of course, I know people don't believe in what I believe, so I get that. We're the same race. You say, no, we're not. No, we're not. Yeah, we are. Yeah. I don't know if you know, but I can take a person from Africa or Asia, Europe, and if they had the same blood type as me, we can exchange blood. That would mean we're the same. I mean, I don't know what y'all talking about. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I know we have different backgrounds and all that, and we different cultural practices and all that. But hey, we're just one, man. We're just one. We are just one. We are, and I wish we could stop talking about the hatred and start talking about how we can come together. But you know, see, it's too hard to talk about what's right. It's easier to just talk about the violence and the hatred, and you know, I mean, I'm telling you, man, the answer is Jesus. He's my Lord and King. Y'all remember that song, Leon Patello? Anyway, good to see you guys on here. God made us all. That's right. He made us all. And some of us are honoring that dude that drove into that crowd of people. Wow. What a messed up person. I mean, who would do that? It's awful. I know. I do get it, though. I get it, but you know why? Because it's sin. It's because it's sin. Hey, we're talking this week about influence, and I want to talk to you a little bit about that. I want to jump into the conversation today, and you can have it with me. I'll try to look for your comments. The blood is really what it's all about, the blood of Jesus. Influence. Let's talk about influence. You know, I don't know if you know what influence is. I'll give you the definition here just in a few minutes, but let's go through a few things and maybe you think just for a minute. For example, here's a kind of an off-the-wall comment. Influence causes cancer. Influence causes cancer. Somebody says, no, it doesn't. Yes, it does. There's something in your body called free radicals that get in there from the junk you eat or the water you drink or whatever, and they get in there and they start to influence your cells like they're nudging them. Come on. They're pressuring those cells to change, and sure enough, the cells change, and they reproduce after they're changed, and next thing you know, you have cancer. So influence is so important, and the reason I use that as my opening comment to the church yesterday is because it's right down to the molecular level. Influence can change so many things, and we'll talk about a lot of those this week. Hey, Abby. Hey, Randy. What's up, buddy? And we got to talk and get it up. We got to refresh me on the shoes because it's coming up. So influence can cause cancer. So what happens is you get free radicals in your body or chemicals, and then they begin to put pressure and bully your cells. Next thing you know, you have cancer. So I want you to think about that. Influence leads to war. It's led to what happened in Virginia this week with all the hatred and the protesting and all the, it's crazy. What's up, Andrea? Influence leads to war. Influence redirects cultures. You know, I don't know if you've studied history much. Now, I'm not a history buff necessarily, but what's happened in history through cultural changes and the influence that people brought in, and we always like to use Hitler, but there's been so many more that cultures literally were wrecked and turned upside down. Venezuela is a great example of influence redirecting cultures and control in the government. Influence changes minds. Influence shapes destinies. There's what you need to think about your life. You know, you can only really ultimately make decisions about your own life. And influence literally shapes destinies. It shapes those. Influences cause avalanches. I thought, well, that's kind of off the wall. Why would you bring that in out of nowhere? Well, because what happens is a piling up of snow begins to put pressure, and eventually it breaks loose. And you can have that avalanche in your life. It could be an avalanche of opinion, an avalanche of hurt or fear, and it causes things to crumble. Death happens. Influence leads to rust. Moisture and the things that happen to metal, certain types of metal, ferrous metal, leads to rusting, corrosion. It's an influence of an outside force. If you take a metal, for example, and put it in like a vacuum, it won't rust. Influence causes divorce. I get to deal with this all the time. Outside influences on relationships. People influencing people to do other things, to turn away from who they're committed to. It leads to divorce. Influence can turn children against their parents. How many of y'all have ever seen that? Some kid goes to school, goes to college, next thing you know, he hates his parents, he hates his family, he hates what he was raised to believe, he hates all those things because influence, if you allow influence into your life, it can redirect your destiny. It can literally turn you against your family. It can turn parents against children. I've seen cultic influences that literally divided families. Influence, and here's the ultimate for us, crucified a king. I want you to think about Jesus just for a minute. As he went around the community doing good, we know that he did. He was healing people and loving on people. He was feeding people. He was benevolent in every way you can imagine. And the influence of the high priest and the Romans convinced the people that he was evil. And next thing you know, crucify him. Do you play something? Sure, I play piano. You missed that part. That was at the front. I'm sorry. Somebody's questioning me over here on Periscope. Play guitar. Got one sitting right here. Got one sitting back there. I got another one over there. I play the bass. I play some stuff. And you can go back and watch what we did today. Influence crucified a king. It was the influence of, hey, Pauline, that little grandson of yours has brought so much joy to all of us. Influence crucified a king. It caused Jesus to be nailed to a cross and crucified. And I know many people say, well, that was God's plan. Well, in a sense, it was. God knew what would happen once Jesus came into the world and started speaking truth. How are you? Au revoir. Au revoir from France. France is here today. So we got France and Japan and I don't know if Mexico's in. We got so many people in today. Good to have you on Periscope, Facebook, YouTube, all you guys. Influence crucified a king. So here's what I want to say to you today. Be careful of the influences in your life. I really want you to think about this. We're going to talk this week about how many different ways or how many different avenues influence comes into your life, because it comes in a lot of different ways. Be careful of the influence in your life. Let's just get to this one point is where I want to get today, and then tomorrow we'll kind of follow up on that. And if you guys that are new, Mr. France, if you are new, we are here every day of the week, Eastern Standard Time, United States, Virginia, 11:30 a.m. on the Vital Axiom. You can come hang with us. We're on about 525 shows, something like that. We've been here for a good bit. Josh Wall has been here from the beginning, maybe a few others. And so what is, the question comes out, what is influence? What is that? Well, here's a definition. It's something that has the capacity or power of a person or a thing to be a compelling force on or to produce effects on the actions, behavior, and opinions of people. So I want you to think about this. What in your life it has influence? And when I say what that means, here's what it means. What has the power in your life to significantly produce or affect your actions, your behavior, or your opinions? Because, a lot of us have what I would call fountains of influence. We go to different fountains of influence, and we look for we let them speak into us, and we contemplate what they say, and then we let the gate down and say, okay, you can let that in. And it's a person or a thing. Now, I want to make sure we understand it's not just people or political positions or professors at college, although it's all those things. Hey, Luann. Hey, Paul. Hey, Jim. It's more than that. Hey, Paula. It's more than that. It's people, it's things in our life. And so I came up with I'll give you some graphics this week. Here's the first question for you for the week, okay? Who or what is influencing you? Who is influencing you? Remember here's what we said influence is. Let me back up on my screen here and say that who is producing or affecting your actions, your behavior, and your opinions? Who is influencing you? Who in your life is the influence? What in your life is the influence? What is influencing you? Okay, that's my time for today, guys. We jump out by 11:50. 20 minutes of yakking and singing and talking. Hey, Tammy, how are you doing? Good to see you. All you Waycasters down there in Tennessee. Love you guys. Good to see you on the show. See you back tomorrow as we continue talking about influence. And, of course, the question is, who or what is influencing you? Who or what is influencing you in your life, in your family, in your decisions, and your destiny? And that's the real key, your destiny. We said this, influence changes destinies. And that's what we're talking about this week. Love you guys. I enjoyed singing with you. Galina Filimonov, Kagdala Horasho. Oh, it's so good to see you. My love to your family. I got to get back to Latvia. Galina's from Jurmala, Latvia. Great family friends. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 11:30 a.m. Come and hang out with us. You guys stay out of trouble. God bless you. I'm sorry, Larry. I've been so busy, man. Love you too, Catherine. You guys follow us on Facebook if you want. You can do that. Thanks for all the hearts on Periscope today. До свидания, Galina.